Yo, I know who y'all came to see. It's a 15-minute short with Queen B, the number one lady of Knicks talk. I know that's what y'all came here to see. So I'm gonna get right to it. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the queen of the Knicks universe, BK Steph is in the building. Queen B, what's good?
Salute, Freezie. Salute to the chat. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, hey, so it's good to see you.
Same here. Always a pleasure. I appreciate you. And people may not know, how we rock off camera, but I think what they also don't know is just how supportive you've been to me from the very beginning, calling me, focusing me. What are you going to do with your channel? How's your channel going to be different? Putting
Right.
me onto the newsletter, putting me onto the
Right.
podcast. So I appreciate your support, Freezie. Nothing but love.
And so as soon as you said that, my dog started barking.
He don't
My
do that
dog
shit
had
for
barked
us.
all day, right? They ain't barked all day, but as soon as we came on, right? But thank you for that, and I appreciate you allowing me to enter
Absolutely.
the dope soul sphere. You know what I'm saying? To sometimes get my points across, some things off my chest, and sometimes just to absorb stuff through osmosis. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, when you think in a one track mind or in a box, you miss the bigger picture. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of your big growing sphere at Dope Soul. Shout out to Mr. Smash the like button, Ajay. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this: are the Knicks better without a Dejounte Murray trade?
That's yeah. That's a tough question for me. I'm a big fan of Dejounte Murray in a vacuum, but I was also a big fan of him joining the Knicks. And I get it. There could have been some chemistry or fit issues with him and Brunson in terms of would Brunson be as effective playing a little off the ball? But it was a chance I was willing to make if we could. Um, I like what the Knicks did. Don't get me wrong. Upgraded the bench. Keep the starting unit the same. DiVincenzo was playing well with Brunson. I just feel like it doesn't hurt and it helps to have one other player that you can count on. One other player that can run a team when Brunson is on the bench. One other player that can defend and create their own shot. And in my opinion, doesn't appear to shrink in the big moments, though. I don't think he has a lot of playoff experience. So to answer your question, are we better without the Dejounte Murray? I don't know if I'm willing to say we're better,
Okay.
but there's different ways to build a team, and I still think the Knicks are really, really, really good.
And if we're talking about the Dejounte Murray trade, right? So there may have been more pieces to go out, and maybe more pieces to that we would have received. I think if we did a Dejounte Murray trade, I think we may have gotten one or two additional players, like in the Bogdanovich deal, where you
Right.
get Bogey, but you also get Alec Burks.
Right.
Um, um, so in my opinion, the chemistry thing is I I don't think it's a factor,
Okay.
right? Because OG Anunoby and Precious got here and they hit the ground running,
They did.
right? They legit. There was no chemistry thing. No, whose team is this? Who's the third, fourth, fifth, seventh, ninth option? Those guys, they came in and they fit right away. And when you bring in guys that can play defense, I think it's less of a chemistry thing with guys that can play defense versus if we'd have traded for Buddy Hield. And then the conversation would have been like, oh, so do we do Dante DiVincenzo, Buddy Hield, and Jalen Brunson? You know what I'm saying? And maybe I'm off a tad on that. I don't know. It's the reason why I asked the expert to come in and chop it up with us.
I don't know about that, Freezie. But I have a question for you.
Okay.
Is it possible that Precious and OG fit seamlessly because they didn't demand the ball? Whereas Dejounte Murray, I'm not going to say he would have demanded it, but he would have been a bigger part of the team on offense.
I think that might be only overstated because of how we saw him play next to Trae Young, right? But if you go back to what he looked like in San Antonio, that was never an issue with him being a ball dominant or wanting to be a high usage player. In San Antonio, he was a defensive minded all around guard, almost like a Russell Westbrook light, right? Like where I think he averaged 18, 8, and 8 or something, or 16, 6, and 6 or something like that, right? I think if you would have got Dejounte Murray, he would have reverted back to that. I think he was only doing what was needed in Atlanta. And you know what I'm saying? So I think the real Dejounte Murray is a mix of both. But here, where he wouldn't have to have pounded the ball all game, I think you probably would have got it. But now, am I saying the Knicks would have been better with or without Dejounte Murray? I'm saying I don't know. Only the Most High knows because it didn't happen. But I don't think there would have been an issue. I don't think they would have been fighting for the ball on the court like Steve Nash and Kobe Bryant. Right? I don't think it would have been that.
I don't think that either. I'm thinking more about there's always that balance between this starting unit when healthy fits like a glove, but you can fit like a glove and not be good enough. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not sure Dejounte Murray would have fit like a glove in that starting unit.
Okay.
But at the same time, I felt like we would be a better team because you just know that Dejounte Murray, you need horses in the playoffs, in my opinion.
Right.
And we have a lot of guys who are good playing off of others. They got to play off of others to be really good. Shout out to Ajay who said, and there was some in the chat who agreed that if Randall doesn't show up, not for a game, but for a series or two, the Knicks would still have the same ceiling, basically. And I totally disagree because without Randall, sure, we got a little more fluff. But now you're asking these guys to step up and be creators and do more than they're supposed to. You understand? I think with Murray, he used to that. You understand what I'm saying? Like he not somebody, he can play off of people, but he can also be the person others play off. And I just think you need that type of versatility makes you better in the playoffs. So I would have been all for it.
I compare it to something like this. Say if it were Ron from Still Knicks fans, Legion of Knicks, the queen bee of all things Knicks related, and the number one chief rocker in Knicks universe, all on a panel together, right? All of us have separate channels and all of us moderate, right? I think we all coexist in a way that still produces dope content. You know what I'm saying? Because we would all know when to pass and when to shoot, when to, you know what I'm saying, when to screen, when to do other things for other things.
That's true.
And so the thing with Dejounte Murray and Julius Randle and OG Anunoby and Jalen Brunson, if their goal is to win versus putting up numbers, then I think they figured that out in the playoffs.
That's a great point.
Yeah, and I think and I think Dejounte Murray, we should probably compare him to what Drew Holiday would have been for championship teams. Sometimes he's off the ball, sometimes he's on the ball, sometimes he plays with second units, sometimes he's the guy. Right? Sometimes he guards the best wing defender, sometimes he guards the best backcourt guy. It's just, you go get a guy but he's not here. And so are the Knicks better with or without Dejounte Murray? Queen B, I'm gonna say this, and I know it's gonna rub people the wrong way. And I ask you to be here for your opinion, but I'm gonna just give my opinion really quickly in like 15 seconds and then move out of the way.
Mhm.
I think the Knicks are better without Dejounte Murray.
Mhm.
The Dejounte Murray trade. I think the Knicks are better without the Dejounte Murray trade, not better without the player. I think what you would have paid for Dejounte Murray and whoever else came along in the trade would have been probably too much to offset what you would have been getting, because I think you'd have had to give up a lot more than what you gave up for Bogey and Alec Burks to get them, and then you'd have had to move some things around in order for Dejounte Murray to be that um, impact type off guard.
I I agree. If the Knicks would have had to make give up significant players and assets, I would agree with that. But
Okay.
from what I'm hearing, it was this same package plus another first round pick. No, it would have been actually 2 first round picks instead of 2 second round picks. So in that case, no. But in the case, if you're saying, yeah, we would have had to take on different players, we would have had to give up maybe a Mitchell Robinson. I'm not sure who they was asking for. Then I would agree with you. Yes, we're better right now. We're still set up to.
I
I'm
didn't
not
know
sure
they
what
was
the Knicks are
that
going to
low.
do in the in the off season, who they have to headline the trade. Apparently now picks are enough without having players, apparently. Um, but if that was the case, yes. If that was the premise, I agree with you. But if it
Okay.
was just 2 first, I don't know.
I think I would see now. Now I gotta call Corey Lee and cry like a river. Corey Lee, I'm gonna call you when this is over. Now I gotta call Corey Lee and complain, right? But um um so thank you for that. I appreciate that. So we have like about 2 minutes left. Can you let the chat know what's gonna be coming up on Dope Soul Sports and Knicks Talk?
Yep, yep. Well, tonight I'm on Queen's Court, Nothing But Knicks.
Okay.
But Friday, our weekly show, which has been fire as of late. We going 3.5, 4 hours, which is really not the intention when we log on. But the fan engagement has just been tremendous. Shout out to everybody in the chat and the replay game that it's been going that long. And I'm trying to find one other day in which I can have a short show. So I'll figure that out. But for right now, Fridays, 9 p.m., the Just Nicking It weekly show. And one other show is coming up.
Okay. 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 Just one other thing, real quick, before we go. Am I jumping off of a ledge? Am I legit jumping out the window without a chute because these injury losses are piling up, or should I keep
Yes.
my feet on solid ground and
Keep your
just
feet
wait
on.
for everybody to return healthy?
Yes. I'm not concerned. We can fall to the 6th spot and play Milwaukee in the 3rd spot. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
good. When we're healthy, I'm good. Um,
Okay.
and
Well,
and
listen. I'm
don't
sorry.
get too down. Freezy and the rest of if we lose tonight and we lose wins, relax.
I'm
We
done.
we
I'm smoking
without a lot of
cigarettes.
players.
Queen Bee, if we lose tonight and the next game, I'm smoking. You know I don't smoke, right? But I'm legit smoking cigarettes if
We
if
don't
we
have
lose 2 in a row.
Randall, OG, Hartenstein. I mean, he may or may not be back. I mean, come on, guys. Come on.
Well, all right. Well, everybody, that was the queen of the Knicks universe, BK Steph. Make sure you check out Dope Soul Sports and Knicks Talk. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to all the channels, right? Hit the like
Sure.
button, right? And to continue to support us as we support y'all. Thank y'all for watching, everybody. Peace.
Sure.